Coming up on this week's travel show. As the cost of energy soars, Kat meets the islanders making the most out of Mother Nature.
We are in an active, dormant volcano.
Nick tests his taste buds in Turkey.
I'm suddenly doing a jigsaw puzzle with pastries.
Uno, due, tre, vai! And things get a bit competitive in Italy. Wow, welcome to the travel show. This week I'm in Tuscany, in the mountain town of Volterra, to find out all about the delights of this region. Check these guys out behind me. They're called the Sbandieratori. But first up, we're off to the Azores. And if you're not familiar with them, they're an archipelago far out in the Atlantic Ocean, about 1,500 kilometers off the coast of Portugal. Now, we sent Kat Mo to São Miguel, the largest of the islands, to see how they're using volcanoes to power up and keep tourism going amidst rising energy prices.
Adventurers have long been drawn to these 9 volcanic islands jutting out in the middle of the Atlantic. They've been called the Hawaii of Europe, and it's easy to see why on São Miguel. This intense greenery is a result of regular rainfall and mist. I mean, just look at all of this. Now, locals say you can experience 4 seasons in one day, and right now it's pretty misty, but that could change at any moment. Hiking in the forest, I almost forget that São Miguel was born out of volcanoes erupting. But there's no getting away from it in the valley of Fornash. It's in fact a huge volcanic crater and a hotspot of geological activity.
That's boiling and the mud boiling. So we are in an active, dormant volcano. So the magma below us, or even if it's crystallized magma, it releases temperature and gases.
That heat produced by the volcano can be used to make energy to sustain life on the island. It's a good position to be in at a time when the rest of Europe is struggling with high gas and electricity prices. But what's it really like living in an active volcano? Would you say that the Azores is a safe place for people to live and for tourists to come and visit?
Okay. I usually say...
There was a pause there.
Yeah, but usually I say that we live in the center of the world. Of course, that from a seismic and volcanic point of view, we need to be aware that we live in active volcanic systems. What is important is that we monitor the sites. If this is done, I think we are in a safe place if we follow the rules.
Unsurprisingly, the locals have been making the most of having these natural steam pots around. These bubbling ones near the lake are perfect for cooking in. How hot is it inside?
It varies between 60 to 97 degrees.
60 to 97 degrees Celsius inside. And how long is it going to stay in there for?
7 hours.
7 hours. These cooking holes act like a steam oven for the island's most iconic food, cozida de Fornash. And I'm definitely not going to pass up the opportunity to try some. So we have chicken, we have beef and pork, sweet potato, yams, everything, carrots, cabbage, I see everything here. Okay, is this pork?
Yeah, it's pork.
Just pulls apart. Okay. Good. The meat's really soft and tender. You can tell it's been cooked for a very long time. It's just like
the juice.
Yeah.
The juice you see
Yes.
is from the product.
Okay.
Okay, all in the products.
And that is Cosito.
With over 500,000 visitors a year, that's 4 times the island's population. San Miguel needs all the energy it can get. Just a 30-minute drive from here is one of the island's 2 geothermal plants. I want to find out how they're harnessing volcanic energy to produce electricity, reducing the island's dependence on oil and gas.
This is where everything starts. A geothermal well is drilled inside the reservoir.
Oh my goodness, I can feel the heat coming up.
Exactly, because deep inside, at between 500 meters to 1,000 meters, there is hot water at 240 degrees.
Wow.
It's not just geothermal energy that's used here. The island has been taking advantage of all its natural resources to increase its green credentials.
Between geothermal, hydro and wind, we already are able to fulfill almost 60% of the needs of the island. And this is important because this allows us to be a little bit self-sufficient if we have situations like a war or something that makes the prices go very high of energy. This allows us to Azores to be a little bit less dependent on what concerns energy.
That's no small feat at a time when global events have made electricity bills shoot up to record levels elsewhere. Energy independence, sustainability, and wild beauty combined in one small island. And what better way to finish off than to come here, the crater of San Miguel's largest volcano. Some come to hike, whilst others do this.
I can't believe I'm kayaking in a crater. It's so calm and serene here. It's incredible to think that this was once the site of a very angry volcano.
Thanks, Kat. Well, if you're inspired by visiting a volcanic island, here are some places you could consider around the world. Kilauea is the most accessible active volcano in Hawaii and receives nearly 3 million visitors a year. Fortunately for visitors, huge explosions are not its style, as it prefers to belch out slow-moving lava and has been doing so almost continuously for 40 years. Japan is home to 108 active volcanoes, with Mount Fuji being the most famous one. On clear days, it's visible from the capital, Tokyo. The best time to visit is July to September, when it's officially open and free of snow. Finally, it would be remiss of us not to include Iceland, the land of fire and ice, famous for its volcanic activity. You can find a handy guide online to the island's 32 volcanoes, where you can see their current status and scientific descriptions. Okay, stick around, hang out with us, because there's loads more to come on this week's programme.
I feel like I'm tasting raw spices, am I?
Yes, you are.
Nick tastes some of Turkey's unique flavours. And I'm going to be getting to grips with a great big hunk of cheese as I try and roll it down this hill, cheered on by hundreds of screaming Italians. You won't want to miss that. Now I'm in beautiful Tuscany in Italy, just outside of Volterra. And this factory here produces the purest salt in the whole of Italy. And I've told that the salt is a sight to behold. Let's check it out. Wow, look at this.
Yes.
Why is the salt here so pure?
Perché si trova nelle profondità della terra, quindi è incontaminato. Qui si produce sale da 3000 anni, quindi da moltissimo tempo. Già gli antichi romani utilizzavano questo sale.
Amazing, amazing. There we go. It's snowing salt. That's incredible. Look at that. And can tourists come and visit this place to see this?
Noi abbiamo molte migliaia di turisti che vengono durante il fine settimana a visitare la salina.
It's such a cool site, and it's amazing to think that they've been producing salt in this area for 3,000 years. 3,000 years! Incredible. Next, we're off to Ayvalık in Turkey, where Nick Quek has been discovering new flavours only found in that part of the world.
Ayvalık is a quaint seaside town 400 miles south of Istanbul in the Aegean region. Its churches and narrow alleyways are reminiscent of its Greek heritage.
Wow, look at this little cobbled street. This is beautiful.
For me, food is what makes a destination. I travel the world taking photos of what I eat.
And I'm pretty obsessed with food. I grew up in a kitchen and I've worked in some too. And there's a saying in my family, we don't eat to live, we live to eat.
My parents ran Chinese restaurants in Scotland, so my childhood was a constant mix of cultures, tastes and flavours. And now I'm on a mission to uncover more authentic dishes and ingredients from around the world. And Ayvalık, I'm told, is famous for its fresh seafood, herbs and olive trees. Today I'm meeting Chef Şemsa Denizel. A few years ago, Şemsa exchanged her pad in the city for an olive grove in Ayvalık. Now she puts on cooking courses for travellers from abroad.
We have these group of Americans are coming for a workshop to cook scroll.
Right.
So there's a menu. I need to go through and do the shopping.
We're on the hunt today for okra.
Okra, red peppers. We're going to buy tons of stuff.
Okay.
What I like to do is, get something we like very much.
Yeah.
Do it maybe in a non-traditional way as well, to show people there are many other ways to enjoy the stuff.
Chef Şemsa is introducing me to a famous ingredient here in Turkey.
This is tarhana. They make a paste and then they dry it on tables. I make my own tarhana and that I will be using for the meal.
So off to the kitchen we go to cook with Şemsa's modern version of tarhana.
Turkish cuisine is a highly regional cuisine, like the Italians. I would like to share this with non-Turkish people. So they will come, learn, witness a bit of what we are, and then turn to their countries with thinking something different than kebab.
So it's your own unique twist on tarhana.
This is, yes. And you can make a soup with this, or like we do today, I will make a porridge with oatmeal.
I feel like I'm tasting raw spices, am I?
Yes, you are. Dried fava beans, fresh fava beans.
Is there lemon in this?
Yes, lemon zest in there, fresh marjoram, fresh dill, spring onions, and artichokes.
Şemsa will serve the tarhana-infused porridge with her main course, grilled squid.
I need more of a tarhana flavor to this.
Sure.
While the tarhana porridge slowly cooks, we learn how to hand-roll böreğs, a samosa-style Turkish delicacy using a local dough called yufka.
Like this. Start doing it.
I'm suddenly doing a jigsaw puzzle with pastries.
Now I think we're ready for cocktails, huh? What do you think?
Yes.
Lessons over, it's time to treat our taste buds.
Will all of my hard work have paid off?
See what you think.
It's almost a little bitter.
Yes, it's almost a little bit, yes. And you can taste, I remember the smell of the tahana.
I think it's earthy.
Earthy.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, it reminds me of a risotto, but yeah, it tastes unexpected actually.
Unexpected.
It's surprising. How's it going?
Marvelous, I think.
Yeah,
Don't you think?
Everyone's enjoying themselves.
Yes, they have enjoyed it, and I think they are my ambassadors now.
It was delicious.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Nick. Well, Tuscany here in Italy is also well known for being a foodie destination. Why didn't I get into food instead of travel? Finding any excuse to hold a food or wine fair. Grazie mille. And one not to be missed is the 3-day festival, which takes place inside the old medieval walls of the mountaintop town of Volterra. Just be ready for the steep streets. Sometimes you need to hold your hand up and say you need help, and I need a good old-fashioned two-legger to help me up this. Paolo, come on, Paolo, please, bro. On y va. It's certainly worth the trip up. Oh, look at this guy. Check him out, he's going free. Yeah, bravo! I started that. But what makes this weekend special is the Palio de Cacci, a downhill obstacle course racing cheese, and I'm taking part. Oh my days, look how steep this is. Oh man, I'm struggling just to control my chair. Oh no. Okay, so maybe I need a masterclass.
Buongiorno. Piacere, Davide.
Adi, nice to meet you. Okay.
Eddie, adesso ti mostrerò come si effettua la corsa.
All right, let's see. Cheese is off on pace. Pace. This is going to be carnage. The rules are simple. Guide the cheese around the hay bales as quick as possible. The winner moves through the rounds till you're left with one champion. The cheese rolling, it's a pretty strange tradition. How did it begin?
La leggenda parla che nel Medioevo i contadini che abitavano giù nei piani di Volterra salivano su a Volterra per portare le merci al mercato e le portavano tramite dei carretti trainati dagli animali e avendo la strada molto disconnessa le forme rimbalzavano sopra e cadevano e i ragazzi che si trovavano lungo la strada che portava a Volterra si divertivano a rincorrerle per poi mangiarsi.
So you must be one of the best, yes?
Negli ultimi anni riesco sempre a vincere sia il palio vero che quello in paese, ormai vengo scelto quasi sicuramente.
So you're the champion, you're the reigning champion, the best cheese roller in the whole of Italy.
Sì.
Champion! That's what I'm talking about. So should I be wearing a helmet and some knee pads and gloves? No?
È molto dura.
I just need tough skin, yeah? Okay. Okay, one last practice run. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Broke through the barrier. Good? Good. Good, man. Come on. Right. Well, I've learned from the best. There's nothing more I can do here until the race. So I've been told if you want to truly understand what the cheese race is all about, then you've got to start at the beginning. I'm at one of the 10 sheep cheese farms in and around Volterra. This one is open to tourists all year round. Rosita's the third generation of sheep cheesemakers in her family.
This is a very important cheese. Smell the cheese.
Wow, it's quite sharp.
See, because the milk is very fresh.
So how long do you preserve the cheese for?
Is 1 year old.
1 year?
Yes, but we produce Pecorino delle Balze in 4 different kind of maturing.
So it's like fine wine?
Yes.
Since the Middle Ages, Tuscans, particularly the poor, relied heavily on this cheese. I eat a lot of cheese, but I've never, ever had a chance to make some cheese. It's a great alternative to expensive meats for its nutrition. And this one, which they use in the cheese race, comes specifically from the milk of Sarda sheep that graze both on lowland and mountainous terrain. Perfect for here then. Time now to chat to the big boss, Rosita's father. Speaking to everybody here, they tell me that you are the king of cheese. I'd love to know about your history and your family's history.
Mio papà, io piccino, faceva formaggio pecorino romano dal 1907.
Wow, so over 100 years, your family has been working with cheese.
Sì, sì.
What do you think about the cheese race?
No, non partecipo, sono vecchio, io lì a Volterra non partecipo più. Io fra poco 90 anni.
Maybe me and you, we can race in the cheese race. Yeah, Salvatore Iadi. Well, the time has come. The medieval costumes all add to the experience, as this race is also in part an historical reenactment. The contestants come from all over Volterra, having been specially selected to represent their village or district. 1, 2, 3, 5! So this is our guy, Davide. Go Davide! Almost there. How we going? So I clearly didn't win the prized cheese, but I found the man that did. Grazie. It's my first time trying this. Wow, that's actually really good.
Good?
Molto buona?
Buono.
Buono.
Molto
Buono. Molto buono. Wow. Well, that's it. Those bells are a sign that we're done for this week. Look out for us next week when Rajan heads to Egypt's Valley of the Kings and visits Tutankhamun, whose remains were discovered exactly a century ago. But the big question is, who really made the historic find?
So this is the 12-year-old boy that they said really discovered the tomb.
Until then, you can find loads more amazing travel content from the BBC online by using the tags on the screen. But for now, from me, Adia Depitan, and all of the Travel Show team here in Volterra in Italy, it's arrivederci. We'll see you soon. Bye, bye!